My name is R Benton. I'm an award-winning best-selling author on Amazon. I'd like to introduce you to my book, Nate Grisham, Black Mountain Man. Nate is a runaway slave, basically, who was a huge man, well over 6 feet tall, at 250 pounds or more of solid muscle. His sidekick is a man named Cotton Top Thomas, who everyone calls Cotton due to his white hair. In this particular book, Nate and Cotton are heading to the Shining Mountains to hunt for beaver when they encounter, in the middle of the night in a rainstorm, a white captain, or a man who claims to be a white captain, his wife and son. Now, since the weather's so nasty, they decide to go ahead and escort this family back to Fort Atkinson, which is the nearest army facility, so that the massacre that this captain claims he was part of and survived can be reported. Well, I'm not going to give away all the aspects of the book, but one thing I will say is the captain is not who he claims to be, and was previously stationed in Washington, D.C., where he was under charges for murder, corruption, and robbery. And when he got an opportunity, he ran from the scene, fled, went out west, and hoped to reach Fort Atkinson, where he could establish a new life with his wife and child. The wife and child are really his, but his name isn't what he's claiming. To make it a little bit more interesting, I've twisted and turned the plot a little bit and introduced something called laudanum, which was a painkiller back in those days, made out of morphine. And essentially it was sold over the counter, much like you would go over and buy a bottle of aspirin today. Anyone at any age that had the money could purchase this stuff. Well, in this book, our captain develops an addiction to the drug, which makes tracking him down and seeing justice served just a little easier. But even with the drug in his system, Nate and Cotton discover that this is no ordinary man that they're trailing and trying to capture. He's very elusive. He speaks a number of languages fluently. And it was a time in America when there were a lot of people coming from other nations to live here. So with all these immigrants, our captain can fit right in with the French or the German, which he spoke with a fluent tongue. So I highly recommend Nate Grisham, Black Mountain Man. And when I started to write this, a lot of people told me you shouldn't because you're a white man. Well, I didn't really care. To me, I had a story to tell. My color and the character's color were not relevant. All men and women essentially in life want the same thing. Happiness, enough money to get by on. We all have wishes and desires, hopes and dreams, love, and all the other after that. Well, in this particular book, he throws all that away because he got caught stealing money, which led to murder, as I said previously, and a few other things. I really recommend this book. I think it's very exciting, and I think those of you that will read it will agree with me that it's a little bit different than your typical Mountain Man book. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today about Nate Grisham, Black Mountain Man. And by the way, this will soon be offered as a 4-book series. I don't have a price yet, but this particular book, along with the second one, are both available in either paperbacks or Kindles. Okay? This is Nate Grisham 2. Cover done by Clyde D. Lewis, who you can find on Facebook, an exceptional author. And I was very pleased because Clyde's also a black man. This is a black book, and they both work well together. Extremely talented man, and a man I'm proud to call friend. I thank you for the chance to speak with you today, and in my next video I'll be discussing Nate Grisham, Black Mountain Man, Book 2.